What's going on, everyone? I'm Zero and welcome back to Zero 2, where today I've got a Pokemon Pocket video for you. Pokemon Pocket is a brand new app that allows players to play the Pokemon trading card game on their phones in a simplified format. You get the opportunity to crack open packs daily, battle other players, and compete in special events in order to earn rare cards and other rewards to add to your collection. It's a whole lot of fun, and frankly I've become addicted. I've probably invested over 100 hours into coming up with decks and playing the game, so I've learned quite a bit about how the game works, and wanted to share some of the things that I've learned that I wish I knew as a new player in order to get the most out of your Pokemon TCG Pocket experience. So, without further ado, let's jump into the top 10 things I recommend that you be aware of as a new player. The first thing I wish I knew as a new player is how the daily pack system works. On the surface, it sounds very simple. You get to open 2 free packs a day. Well, 3 if you have the premium pass, but let's keep it simple with just the 2 free packs for a new player. And to make things easy, the game shows you a timer. It tells you when you'll earn your next pack, and it lasts for 12 hours. You can only hold 2 total packs to open, after which you'll gain no more packs until you open at least one of those 2 packs. Super simple, but where it gets a bit complicated is when you add in pack hourglasses. Pack hourglasses are the in-game resource that you can earn through various different missions that allow you to accelerate the pack clock by 1 hour per hourglass used, meaning that you have to spend 12 hourglasses to open 1 pack. Why this makes the daily pack timing tricky is that when you use a pack hourglass to accelerate the clock to open a pack, you reset that 12-hour clock. As I mentioned earlier, once you have 2 packs stored up, if you don't open them, you start to lose out on time that could have been contributing to new packs being generated. So when you accelerate and reset that pack timer, keep in mind that you'll need to open at least 1 pack in the next 24-hour cycle to keep the pack timer moving. Why this is important is if, let's say, you wake up early one morning and you use your hourglasses to then go about your day and forget about the app till the next morning. If you wake up especially early that previous morning, you might have missed out on a couple of hours of pack time because you just completely forgot about the app until the next day. So making sure that you use your pack hourglasses to reset your 24-hour and 12-hour timers to an appropriate time window that works best for you is extremely important. It's a small optimization, but it can certainly add up in the long run if you keep forgetting about it, so make sure that you're ready to open packs in the next 24 hours when you change your timing. The next big feature I wanted to bring attention to is the wonder picking system. The tutorial will take you through it at least once, but a lot of players can ignore or forget about this system entirely. Wonder picking allows you to see packs that other players have opened and select one to reopen to get 1 card out of. This may sound worse than regular packs because you only get 1 card instead of 5, and in a certain sense it is, but the major positive is you get to know what you could get ahead of time. Looking to build a specific deck or add a specific rare card to your collection? Well, the odds of you randomly pulling it are much worse than the flat 20% or 1 in 5 that you get if you can find it in the Wonder Pick area. Now, notably, you're never guaranteed to find the card you want, but the Wonder Pick options fully rotate every 4 hours, and you get 14 packs from which to look through, meaning that you have a ton of opportunities each day to potentially pull the card you need. Now, notably, there is also a stamina system for this, and like packs, you get 1 stamina point per 12 hours. Unlike with packs, each Wonder Pick can cost a different amount of stamina, meaning that the rarer the card you're looking for, the more pack stamina you'll need to save up to expend for the chance to pull at it. Once you reach 5 total stamina in your pool, you won't earn any more, similar to pack stamina, so you'll want to make sure that at the very least you are spending before you reach that 5 stamina cap. Wonder picking can be a great way to flesh out your decks and collection, so definitely don't overlook it. This leads me into my next tip, and it's a simple but super helpful one. Combing over every card in the Wonder Pick and searching for the card you're looking for can be a bit tedious, but fortunately the game has a built-in system to make that easier. If you go down to your collection and toggle it to show the whole collection, including blank spaces for a card you don't own, you can scroll down to the slot where the card that you want and wishlist that card. These cards are sorted by type and Pokedex number, but there are plenty of online resources that will tell you the slot of the card if you don't want to look for it. Once you've wishlisted a card in-game, it'll have a pink heart, and additionally, when you scroll through Wonder Picks, cards you have wishlisted will also have that pink heart displayed next to them, making it much easier to remember and Wonder Pick for the cards that you want. It's a feature that the game doesn't really show off, but has been immensely helpful for my Pokemon Pocket journey. My next tip is sort of a warning to new players, and that is that all those early pack hourglasses the game throws at you when you're just starting off will eventually dry up. Feel free to have fun opening all those packs at the beginning, but just know that you can and will eventually run out of those starter and solo missions, making the pack hourglass grind a lot slower. That doesn't mean there are no ways to gain hourglasses. In fact, you get daily quests that give you some regardless of how new or old your account is. Events are also a great way to earn these hourglasses, and most of them are given just for participating, so make sure to check in on every event and get every single hourglass that you can. Additionally, the shop allows you to buy pack hourglasses for shop tokens. The base ones are a better deal than the monthly resetting options, but once you buy 10 of each of the base options, you can no longer buy them again, meaning that the monthly resetting options will be all that you have available. This also means that if you're starting out near the end of the month, it's actually better to buy the monthly stock before the main stock because the monthly stock will reset soon, meaning that you'll net more hourglasses in the long term, even though it's a slightly worse deal in the initial sense. And while we're on the topic of pack hourglasses and making the most of collecting them, my fifth tip is on how to spend them effectively. At the time of recording, there's only one set of packs to choose from, the Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Charizard packs, all from the Genetic Apex set. Now, just because they're all part of the same big set doesn't mean they're all the same. In fact, they're far from it. Each pack has exclusive cards that you can only pull from said packs, so picking the pack to pull from can determine which cards you have access to and what decks you'll be able to build in play. I'll start off by saying you can't go wrong here. All three packs have cards that build towards the top decks, and each has a roughly equal amount of rare cards for collectors as well. If your goal is to build a competitive deck, the best advice I could give you is to pick a pack and stick to it. Each pack has almost all the cards you need to build the whole deck, and switching around too often can lead to mismatched collection with no real synergies. Sticking to one pack ensures that you're pulling cards that are part of the similar theme, and eventually, given enough packs, you'll be able to construct a deck from said pack. However, if your goal is to beef up your collection with rare cards, then your best bet is to take a peek at the preview of which chase cards exist in which packs, and then pick the pack that has the most rare cards you're looking for. At the end of the day, for a holistic collection, you'll need to pull from every pack, but maximizing your chances of pulling a card you want early can help you make the most of the packs available to you. My sixth tip is on how to deck build, and the easiest way to find out how to build a deck is to search online. There have been thousands of other players who have already built and optimized the strategies in this game for almost every deck combination you can think of. The in-game pre-built decks are passable, but will get you destroyed by a well-built, fully constructed deck. So make sure to update those pre-built options with cards that folks recommend online to make the most out of your card pool. For missing item cards, you'll want to do both solo mode tutorial and look at the shop because both offer you extremely cheap and or free copies of all the item cards in the game, making deck building a lot easier. For missing Pokemon and trainer cards, you'll need to look at the card collection and find the missing card, or just look online and both will tell you which pack the card can be pulled from, making it clear which pack you'll want to pull from next. My next tip might sound strange, and technically it doesn't benefit you directly, but if the player base as a whole is aware of it, it benefits everyone. And that is to say thank you. Not literally out loud, but there is an in-game feature where when you battle someone or wonder pick their pack, you can send a thank you after doing so. This costs nothing for you to do, and even if you don't win or get the card you want, sending a thank you gives that player a free shop ticket. Now this works in reverse as well, so people who battle you and use your wonder pick can also send you thanks by giving you free currency that you can convert into packs, or wonder picks, or extra copies of item cards to bling out your deck. Saying thank you is simple, it's free, actually helps out the other player, and it just leads to a nicer environment for everyone involved. So definitely say thank you after all your games and wonder picks. My next tip has to do with the in-game events, and more specifically the event stamina associated with participating in these events. Similarly to pack stamina and wonder pick stamina, events also have a limited number of times you can participate in them, and as of right now, each event has given you a new charge every 12 hours. As you may be able to tell by now, 12-hour timers and keeping track of them is a pretty integral part of Pokemon TCG Pocket, but thankfully if you play the events and Wonder Pick at the same time as you log in and pull for packs, you can keep all of these timers relatively close together, making it much easier to keep track of. So basically this tip boils down to being aware that events use a separate stamina system, and making sure to optimize its recharge in the same way that you would optimize your pack stamina and or your Wonder Pick stamina. The next tip that I want to talk about is for those looking to spend a little bit of money on the game. If you want to be free to play, you totally can. The game has a ton of free-to-play friendly ways to earn in-game currency, so no worries there. Similarly, if you have money to spend, then by all means go ahead and get all those rare cards right away. But if you're either of those two types of players, then this tip won't be as useful. But if you're looking to get the most bang for your buck in terms of packs and in-game currency, then the best value by far is to pay for the monthly premium pass. Via the monthly missions and extra daily pack, you're able to get far more value than even the discounted gold bundles on a per dollar basis. And you get access to cool and unique accessories as well. The Premium Pass also has a 2-week free trial for new players, so you can test it out and see if it's right for you before going all in on the investment. Just make sure to cancel before time runs out, otherwise you will be charged. My last tip has to do with a system that you may have missed entirely, but it's probably the best way to fill out your collection and finish up your decks, and that's the pack points system. Every time you open a pack, you'll earn 5 pack points towards that set, so even if you weren't aware, you should have been building up these as you naturally progress through the game. You can check these values next to the pack opening area, and when you click on it, it'll take you to the full list of cards available from that set. You can then redeem those pack points for cards you've maybe missed, or cards from a set you haven't opened yet but really want to finish off your deck. Basically, this takes the RNG out of obtaining cards, giving you a guaranteed way to get the cards you want. Each card costs a different amount of pack points, with rarer cards costing significantly more, so making effective use of your pack points is crucial. My recommendation would be to save your pack points for a few specific types of cards. The first are generic trainer cards that work well in almost every deck. They are relatively cheap in terms of pack points, only being 70 pack points a copy, and can fit into a wide variety of strategies. This is especially true if you haven't pulled from Mewtwo, because it has Sabrina and Giovanni, two trainer cards that can be added to literally every deck, sometimes in multiple copies. Other cards that you could consider using pack points on are the pack-exclusive 3-star cards like Gardevoir that are generally hard to pull due to their rarity and pack exclusivity. And finally, of course, you can simply save up to get whatever card you want/need the most. That's always an option and can save you the headache and or the money required to open packs until you obtain them. I'm looking at you, Moltres EX. But yeah, those are, in my opinion, the 10 most important tips I wanted to pass along to new players picking up the game. There are a bunch more systems and features of the game that I could go deeper into, and if you'd like to see more Pokemon TCG Pocket content, let me know down in the comments below what questions and or content you'd like to see next. If you like this type of video and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot, and we're so close to 50 subscribers. You can always change your mind, and it really does help. And if you don't like this content or have suggestions for ways I can improve, let me know in the comments below. I read every comment and always appreciate the feedback. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!